doing?
Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody had a lovely holiday. You had a great Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever else you celebrate. Hopefully you got to spend time with people you wanted to be with and got to eat lots of stuff.
The best all of those things.
I'm Liz, and I'm joined by Therese, who's sitting in front of the American flag, which is soon to be our big celebration for next year. So
America.
stay tuned. There's going to be lots of America stuff. And Caro is here, and Tina from Gwyneth Yarn and Fiber, and Ann Pinkova, and Joan, who's also known as Mama Nevin on her podcast. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. So, what's everybody up to?
Same old, same old.
Amy's making French onion soup. She's in the chat.
It's delicious.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Yeah.
I love French onion soup.
Are you making
Haven't
enough
made
for
it
the
in a while.
class, Amy?
Yeah. Where's mine, Amy?
I didn't know there was going to be so many. Sorry, I had to poke Blazing Saddles. But welcome everybody. Tina hasn't been on in a while, and we're glad to see her back.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be
And
back. Hallelujah.
I got some glorious yarn from her too. I have Sweet Leaf,
Yes.
which is absolutely lovely, and I got Earl Grey.
Oh, I love your nails.
Oh, thank you. I had to do blue nails because I went to the Raiders Giants game, and I had to support my Giants, who won.
Giants fan? Nice.
Yes, I've been a Giants fan since I was 9 years old.
Awesome.
When I moved to a area that had a team, because when I lived in North Carolina, there were no football teams there at the time, so we were Giants fans. Giants and Yankees.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, Tina. So DK and I, the plan is to open our box of your advents at some point. But I'm getting very envious because everyone else is opening theirs, and I'm seeing them, and they're beautiful.
Well, they certainly
They're
took
gorgeous.
to get out, so I hope you love them.
I'm looking forward to it.
They're so pretty. I'm a
I
big
hope you
fan.
like the silly little poems too.
Yeah.
It's well worth the wait. So, what's everybody working on? Don't launch.
Same.
I'm gonna say Joan's working on a blanket. Joan, who freaked us out when she put a link to her podcast yesterday in our chat group, and some of us saw the 103 as the episode number was the number of blankets she was working on, and we were wondering what the heck kind of cast on weekend did she have going on.
And how many
Did you
pairs of
see-
needles do you have?
Did you see my new blanket?
Mhm.
I did. I think it's really pretty. Yeah. I have some decisions to make with it, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna go with this.
Ah.
This is it. I'm calling it my Merca blanket.
That's
Oh.
gorgeous.
Good name.
So
is part of the decision making if you're just going to do that size squares or if you expand out from there?
well, no, it's going to be bigger than this.
Right.
But like I have to figure out from here, I have to do what was my number? 13 rows.
Okay.
And I want it to end on, I'm going to do this color next, this darker. So I'm doing a lighter and a darker.
Okay.
And so
So
I'm
it kind
trying
of
to
gives it a little bit of a 3-dimensional.
right. So I'm trying to figure out, do I go 2 rows of each color and then fill in the rest? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I think the next section is going to be 5 rows of the first 2 colors, which will be this maroon and this gray. and then 3 rows of the dark blue. So that's where we are. I did this weekend. This is such a super quick project.
Super patriotic.
Yes, yes. I was determined this next year to do a America blanket.
That's inspiring. I feel like I want to do one now too.
There you go. See, come to the dark side. All of my people to do blankets.
Come to the America side of the dark side.
Yes. Yes.
I
So
have
this-
a Patriot collection from Chicken Lady that I'm going to do something with
yeah.
in June.
Well, that makes me officially up to 21 blankets. But Amy has challenged me to work on 26 blankets this year.
26 and 26.
Right. So
Yeah.
I say challenge accepted.
I'm glad you're acknowledging it was Amy that said it, not me. I just repeated her comment.
I'm sorry. I thought it was you.
I was going to say, wait a minute. I did not.
apologize.
I'm not encouraging this.
Innocent bystander.
But I mean, most of them are. Well, I found 2 more recently. I don't know if you were here, Caro, to see it. See if I can find them. Oh, here they are. These were in like deep hibernation,
Oh.
like from before I started my show.
Oh, that's so cute though.
The before time.
I know. I'm like, why did I not finish this? It's gorgeous. And then I found some weaving squares. So I'm gonna put the ones out that I have and kind of arrange them and see how many more I think I will need. But that's all. That's all I have to say about that.
But that's
Which are you working on a shawl, Caro?
No, I am going to knit a beanie,
Ooh.
which is why I have serious thinking face because I'm trying to read instructions and
Check
be
that
like,
thread and see if it's so good.
so that's all I'm doing right now.
I had to throw the other one out. Are you going to sit at the table or are you going to sit in the chair?
Sure. I'll get it. Yeah,
No, you can't carry that.
I can hear it.
That's all I'm doing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What weight yarn are you using?
Yes. It is yarn. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I bought this yarn a long time ago. It's been sitting in my closet. That's the best I got right now. Like at some point when I first started, I bought this yarn and then I was like, I don't need this label and I don't have a label. So it's got a pretty color palette. It reminds me of the beach. So I could probably do some reverse engineering to find out where I got it from. But today is not that day. So I'm going, and now that I have meticulously counted all 88 stitches, I'm going to try and not fuck this up. So here I go, guys. Here I go.
You
okay.
can do it.
We're all
Maybe-
pulling for you.
I know you've been
Go,
waiting for
Carol.
this day.
I know. It's a New Year's miracle.
It's like Cara's knitting. But yeah, I just wanted to find a project where I was like, a beanie seems like something I could finish. This feels like a thing.
Well, and since you don't have to purl, if you're only doing just a plain stockinette beanie, then it'll probably go faster.
Is that what I'm doing? Am I doing?
I don't know. I mean, you might
I
have
don't
a
know
sense of
either.
measurement.
It's called a slouchy beanie. That's what it's called. I think it's probably the same.
stockinette.
Yeah. You're probably right.
Chat's rooting for you.
Thanks, chat. Thank you. I'm going to do you all proud. I know you've been waiting for this day.
Therese, Amy says, hi, David.
David
Hi,
says,
David. And Pinkava, what are you doing?
Me? I am working on a new sweater. Hang on. Because but there are some shenanigans because of course there are. Let me hang on.
I was not involved with the shenanigans. It's not me.
It wouldn't be an Ann Pinkovich sweater if there weren't shenanigans.
There absolutely has to be shenanigans.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just the way things happen.
It's just shenanigans.
You
Okay,
can mean it
so-
in a bad way. I gave you permission.
That's true. This is the worst way. There are shenanigans. All right. So I was going to do another ambrosia sweater like I did my stripy Hanukkah one, right? The
Mhm.
this one.
Yes.
Floof it out. I'm going to show it off again because I love this sweater, except it's inside out because, of course, it is. There we go. Anyways. Ta-da!
So
It's very-
pretty.
That is
Oh,
gorgeous.
it's so cute. I love it.
But you see, see, this sweater taught me bad things. The things that it taught me was when I'm like, I couldn't possibly make a sweater out of that. I don't have enough yarn. Now you can just stripe that. You can just stripe that for the whole thing. You can throw anything you want into there and you can keep going. You know,
Make it a
you're
potluck.
brave. You can do that. Nobody can stop you, actually. So I see a lot of very stripy sweaters in my future. But anyway, so I was going to make another one of these, and I had this idea of doing a little color work on the top, and then I really really bombed the math on that one, and it was going to be painful and awful and horrible. So then I decided to do not that, and instead, okay, so the yarn I have is Festivus and Thicket, and I have 2 skeins of each, and I'm going to stripe it, which I think is reasonable. I'm going to, through the main part of the sweater, I'm going to do 4 Festivus and then 2 Thicket, and then do Thicket for the edges, the cuffs and the collars and stuff. Okay.
It's gonna be gorgeous.
Sounds
So-
delightful.
So I found another sweater pattern that I had bought like years ago, but it's also a fingering weight sweater pattern, and it is called it's called Lens Flare. It's called Arinko by Suvi Knits, and you can see it barely. This ain't working out. Get it together.
It's because we're watching. That's what it is.
Hang on.
True.
This is
I don't
just
know.
not-
I think I saw it earlier in
Yeah, you
In the
posted a
chat.
picture earlier that you were thinking of that one.
Right. Yes, if I put it back here, you can see it better. Nope. Well, you can kind of see it sideways. Anyways, it is, I'll describe it for you. It is it's a V-neck collar that's kind of a little bit longer than it folds over itself, and otherwise it's a raglan sweater that is I don't think it's styled like it's 3/4 sleeve. I don't think it's actually 3/4 sleeve. Anyways, it's very pretty. And the construction is interesting because you actually start with the collar and then you cast onto the collar after you've knit a section of it. Oh, wait. Now you can see it. Now you can see it before my screen dies. It's right there. I
Oh,
promise.
it's beautiful. Yay.
It is
Nice.
a very cool looking
very
sweater.
pretty. It's
But,
got some good shaping.
Yeah. But, okay, so the problem with doing that in stripes, and I don't know if you'll be able to see much because I've only just barely started, but the yarn is supposed to be carried throughout the collar portion, and I don't want to do that because I want a solid green collar and not a stripy collar. So I am doing hey!
Happy
Oh, I'm
Fear.
here so quickly. Hello. Oh, you can see all my joke.
Oh my goodness! Hello, hello.
Hello.
I just went for a minute. I'm like, who the hell is that? What?
It's Cassie.
I
She
just
was
see
able to make it
balls.
today, which I'm very excited about.
Nice.
Yes.
All the way
Yes,
from
it's,
Southern California, not far from Joan.
a couple hours, but maybe I don't
Yeah.
know, 3 hours.
Yeah, but
But 3.
in California, that's not far.
Yeah.
Date.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late. I just got home from work.
You were adulting? How dare.
I know. It's this terrible
and
adult
you'll figure-
employment thing.
And you'll figure it out, though, I'm sure, with your story.
Oh yeah, sorry to finish my thing, then back to Cassie. But basically, what I've had to do is just a tiny bit of intarsia, just for because the thicket is all caked up, so I can grab the other side of that, and just so the collar itself will be green and not striped. So I can carry it through on the green striped rose, but not for the Festivus rose. So it will be dark green collar and then everything else will be striped. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just something that I had to factor in.
Well, if anyone had to factor that in, it should be you who actually likes intarsia.
That's true. I do like intarsia. But yeah, no lions on it. It'll just be stripy, but I think it'll be fun anyways.
Tina, what are you doing?
I am working on a giant pair of straight needles. Actually, shout out to Kathleen if you're in the chat for sending me these needles. These are so Cassie had sent me a set of a couple sets of the boy needles, the baleen ones. They're vintage. I don't know if you can see the tip on camera. They're like concave.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love these needles. And when this lady Kathleen found out that I love these needles, she sent me like a whole book set of them, and also a separate set of size 13s. So I'm working on this sweater, which is going to have short sleeves, and it's very chunky yarn. It's a base I discontinued years ago because nobody was buying it, which I don't blame them for not buying it, because it's almost like novelty yarn status. It's single ply and it's bulky. And I've noticed, and this is kind of ticking me off, but I guess this is what black Sharpies are for. As I'm knitting with it, there's like little white spots where the black dye didn't penetrate because of the way the yarn is twisted. So
That's because you're such a shitty dyer. That's why.
that's what it's, because I'm so lazy. I do shoddy work. But
Hey. That's my favorite dyer you're trashing. No offense, Lynn. Lynn's my favorite dyer too. They're both allowed to be.
I was going to say they're neck and neck for me.
Yeah. So
Both handles on the trophy.
well, so I figure I'll hit the white spots with like a black Sharpie or something, like a classy girl does, because like I'm not gonna freaking stick it in the oven and dye it. Like, what am I gonna like hand paint?
That's right. Gorgeous girls take Sharpies.
Lynn hates that base, by the
Just
way.
saying.
Yeah, so I was like, what the hell? You know, like as I'm knitting with it, the single ply is untwisting and I'm getting like these weird little white spots, and I'm like, are you so for real? Because it's not like I just plopped the yarn into the dye bath and was like, okay, do your thing. Like I stir it around to make sure everything gets through all the strands, and you know, I'm not just like looking at it and hoping it's gonna do its thing, you know? So I was like, what the hell? Like seriously? Single ply, and it doesn't go all the way through. So I'm glad I discontinued this base. But
Lynn said she's had one customer ask for it in 5 years.
yeah, I think I sold maybe like 2 or 3 over the course of like 3 years. It was just, after a certain point, I was like, you know what? You're not pulling your weight. You need to get out of the shop. However, because I suck at doing inventory sometimes, I have a whole extra bag of this now. So there might be like 2 sweaters in my future. But the good thing is, because it's so freaking bulky and chunky, I've already got both sleeves done. And the sleeves are going to be, it's supposed to be like an oversized fit. I started off with a MIPS pattern, MYPZ. I don't know if you guys know that company. I'm not really familiar with them. Well, I'm really glad that I bought all these. It was like 9 patterns, I think. They were having a sale. It was like 9 patterns for $22 or whatever. And I saw the patterns and I was like, oh, they're chunky and they're cute. You know, one of them has like intarsia designs. It's like white with like blue flowers on it. And I was like, oh, those look like fun. I'll just buy them and save them for the future. So I start looking at the pattern because I'm like, all right, I'm getting serious. I'm going to dye the yarn and I'm going to do it now that I have the time. And I'm reading the pattern and I'm noticing, like, first of all, the pattern's not written in standard pattern speak. I guess they're trying to like dumb it down for new knitters. And
oh, that's me. Yeah.
but you're too smart to be that dumb. I mean,
no, your idea of me is way more flattering. Like usually when I like talk to people, I was like, you know, like that like super smart academic person that's like really stupid. That's me. Okay, like
idiot savant, as they used to call them.
Maybe.
That was my uncle. He was a genius, nuclear engineer, but he had no common sense whatsoever.
Like here's a story, and we'll go back to your tale real quick. My coworker Kara, she plays a game on her phone. It's called Pokemon Sleep, and so she got me to play it. And Kara is a really huge fan of like Pikachus. If you ever go to her stream, she's basically got like this wall of stuffed Pikachus that people have gifted her over like the last couple of years, right? So when I played the game, the first thing I did was I got Pikachu, and I, like most of her other friends, the first thing I did was I named it after her, right? So what I didn't know is that the game, when you have a lead Pokemon of your team, what happens is the game sends you a notice being like, this Pokemon's going to bed, right? So what would happen is it would send me a notice and it would say that Kara's going to bed. And I was so confused because I go to bed at 9. Like, I am asleep. So when I was getting the notice that she was going to sleep at 9, I was like, that's crazy because she has to stream in like 10 minutes. But you know what? Screw it, because I'm competitive and I'm going to go to sleep before she does, right? And then I learned what happened, and I felt kind of dumb. And so what I did was I changed the Pokemon's name from starting with a K to a C, so I knew it wasn't actually her. And that's how smart dumb I am.
Well,
But tell me about your pattern thingy.
Well, smart dumb over here. I'm looking at the pattern, and well, first of all, okay, like I'm no math genius, but I do know that if you increase after every single stitch, you're going to double your stitches, and their stitch count did not reflect that on their sleeves.
Oh,
They
no.
were off by 9 freaking stitches.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like, am I reading this wrong? Am I understanding this wrong? I'm like, no, you're literally doubling your stitches after the cuff. You don't go from 30 stitches to 51 stitches by doubling your stitches. So that was freaking weird. So
No, there's a calculator that you can download that does that for you. Or go
right, but
online.
if you're knitting an extra stitch after every stitch, you're doubling your stitches. So
Yeah.
they should have known that. I don't know how you're supposed to get 9 less than double from doubling every stitch. But so I looked at that and I was like, okay, we're just gonna, and I figured because I'm not using the yarn that they specifically called for, okay, do a gauge swatch. So I did a gauge swatch, and they want you to go from a size 11 to size 15, and I was like, that's not really going to work with this yarn. So I grabbed my trusty huge size 13s, and now I feel like somebody from the 1940s sitting here knitting on my giant sweater. But it's supposed to be really easy. Like, once I've figured out the math and stuff and adjusted for my size, it's literally, I got the 2 sleeves done today, even though they're supposed to be like oversized.
Right.
I'm using my you can't really see it well in this light. This is a really not great skein of Cozy Afternoon because the speckles got a little faded, but it's for me, so I don't care, whatever. And I'm striping it with the black, and I did the sleeves at the same time, got them all done today. So I think as we're sitting here, I could probably get most of the front panel done, and then I'll do the back panel, and then like tomorrow night I'll have a sweater. So
Nice.
easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yeah,
Cassie, what are you doing in your world?
Me?
Yeah, what are you knitting on or crocheting on?
Well, Carol will be so proud. I'm making a shawl.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, and his skull pattern
Oh
is
my
beautiful.
gosh.
You're my favorite person tonight.
That is beautiful.
It'll be ready for next year's Halloween.
She can wear it all year. That is
yeah.
an all year.
Halloween,
Oh, I know.
You wear it
But
whenever you
for
want.
Halloween.
Lent, Ash Wednesday in particular.
You know, go to the office in it on Monday. It's totally fine.
I mean, the way I roll, I would anyway. So I'm skulls and black and spooky
Yeah.
year round.
Yeah.
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 Today I decided to jazz it up and get away from black and wear this nice gray.
You need to calm that down, okay?
I know.
Lighten it
I
up
know.
for the new year.
Us women of the night
This is-
can't wear bright colors, okay? That we
I-
talked
I
about this in the
know.
last cult meeting.
Yeah.
I know.
Therese, what are you making?
Well, I'm working on a sock right now because I'm trying to find a sweater. Okay, so I found, speaking of people with their patterns, I was going to cast on that passenger sweater. It's like a tunic style. It has drop sleeves. It's just a basic tunic. And so I was getting out the yarn and everything, and I look at the pattern. And it's supposed to have, speaking of large, whatever, can't think. It's supposed to have 9 to 10 inches of positive ease. Okay, so now I'm looking at the sizes and everything. The biggest size is for 46-inch bust, which means you would have to start out having a 36-inch bust. That's it. So that's not very size inclusive in my opinion.
No, it's not.
Those are rookie numbers. Those are not
Gotta
those are
pump
not
those numbers
juggy.
up.
That's right. Those are not juggy girl friendly numbers.
Well, speaking of that, I actually did gauge slots when I started my striped cardigan, and I've been knitting on it, and I checked the gauge, and I was actually at gauge, and I thought that's really cool because I'm never at gauge. Well, I followed my size. In fact, I even went down a size, and I don't know if it was just never tested on bigger ladies because the armhole is like gigantic.
Oh, wow.
And even with decreasing, I would have to decrease every other row to get it down to something wearable. So I don't know if maybe they just calculated numbers and guessed on larger sizes and didn't test net it because just figured, oh, bigger make bigger all around. But I'm going to have to pull it back and do a compound raglan where I'm only increasing on the body and not the sleeves as much, which is annoying. But I can't wear it the way it is. Even there's no way I'm going to knit stripes and decrease every other row.
No.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
thanks
put
for
aside.
the sweater I'm working on. Okay, so it has numbers for increasing the raglan, and then it's numbers for increasing the neck shaping, and it's like 20, and it's one of those at the same time you do every other, and then you do every sixth, and then it changes which ones that you do on either. So I'm sitting, and they actually give you a sheet where you're supposed to check it off as you go. I can swear whenever I bought this pattern, I printed this pattern. Do I know where it is now? No. Am I going to print it out again? Also no. So it's just on my computer. So I figure that 20 whatever rows will probably be more than I do through this stream. So we're just going to hope I don't screw it up. And I'm just going to keep going.
That's nice. My cable cardigan is put aside because I learned what I needed to learn for that. Mainly that I need to do it bottom up, not top down. So I'm going to repass that one on bottom up. And I started a hat for my son because he's leaving on Friday to Reno, to go to grad school. So I've got two. Yeah. That's
Sweet grad school.
the biggest little town in the West or something. I forget what they call themselves. But this yarn is from that Black Sheep Dye Works, and I have 2 skeins, so I'm going to do a hat and a cowl for him. He has a hat, but a second one would not be unwelcome, he said. And then I have a story.
Oh,
Okay.
it's story time.
I'm ready.
Story time.
All right. Normally, I started crocheting, and I've always crocheted with wooden crochet hooks. I started knitting with wooden knitting needles because I have circulation issues, and metal needles just didn't work. But then I was able to start using metal needles. So I've been using ChowGoo and other metal needles. But now that I've been having hand pain, I decided to go back to wooden needles. So I just wanted to get another set of interchangeable wooden needles because I had broken some of my other ones. And I looked on KnitPicks, and theirs were like $60 to $70. But when I looked on eBay, the same exact KnitPick sets were $30 from, shippers who actually had very good feedback. So I thought, okay, I'll order them and see. And I got a set, and they were perfectly fine, and got them there within a week. And they were just like KnitPicks, had all the packaging, everything. Like, okay, cool. So I'll get the short tips for hats. So when I ordered that, the same time I ordered, when KnitPicks was having their 50% off for Christmas, I got a set of their minis because I'm going to make a hat from it.
Oh, pretty.
And it came the same day as my eBay needles. But what was interesting My eBay needles were not sold by Knit Picks, at least not through eBay, but they came in the exact boxes with the exact shipping label and the exact return address. And it had a Knit Picks label inside the box. So either Knit Picks is secretly selling their stuff, some of their stuff half price on eBay, or somebody who works for Knit Picks is selling some on the side and shipping them through Knit Picks because it went through the same mail thing.
Interesting.
So I just found that very bizarre. But I got 2 sets of needles for $30 piece, and they're, so I'm not going to complain. But I just thought it was very weird because they came the same day, and I was looking at the boxes and I was like, I only ordered one little thing from Knit Picks. There shouldn't be 2 boxes. And when I opened it up, it had a little Knit Picks label inside too.
Huh.
Very strange. So I don't know what's going on, but if you need wooden interchangeable needles, I'd look on eBay because they have all the different sets and they're all cheaper than they sell them on their website. And then I got lovely yarn from Miss Tina and Earl Grey. So that was fun to get in the mail the same day as weird needles. And so, yeah. So just working on a hat, and then don't know what else I'm casting on other than my cardigan again after this, or both cardigans. One's I'll cast on and one I'll pull back, but that'll have to be when I'm in the mood to pull it back. Stripes, which I've already cut the yarn for. So at least not the carrying yarn, but the color stripes I've already cut the yarn for. So that's the thing. Yeah.
But it still counts for Festivus.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's until January 10th. So
Wow. It goes all the way to January 10th.
yeah,
That's
the
in the
season-
future. That's like way in the future.
Stash down Cal is over
The 31st.
Wednesday.
Just email knitnightpodcast@gmail.com and then we will pick a winner and they will have a prize or two. And we're going to do something for patriotic Cal in June, but we haven't actually nailed down the details yet. So we have time.
I'll tell you May 31st.
Yeah, we'll tell you May 31st.
My
So just plan
America
ahead and
blanket-
get your patriot color yarn so that you're prepared.
My America blanket should have another row on it by then.
Woohoo. But I got these big giant needles from Knit Picks, which I've never used, but they're like huge.
I feel like I'm getting a workout with these needles. It's like I have to like really wind the yarn and move my arms and keep moving the needles, burning like 1,000 calories over here.
Well, that's good.
I'm gonna be
I
a
did
skinny
see-
legend by the time we're done.
I did see on Craftsnark that they were very unhappy that some crochet amigurumi designer has taught herself how to finger knit like 2 weeks ago. And so now she's got a tutorial on how to finger knit a rectangle with a color change. And she's upset that nobody's wants her tutorial.
Oh,
Well,
Crying in the river.
I
Like-
have actually had the thought of changing the name of my podcast to Mama Nevin Makes Blankets because anytime I put blanket in the title, my views zoom.
Guess people really like blankets.
that's like when I used to do like drunk book reviews, and I would say drunk book review, and suddenly everybody would show up to my video. I was like, why do you all want to watch me get drunk and complain about books? I'm so confused. I should just change the name of my channel.
That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, the one that's got the most views last time I checked, but that's been a while, was when I got like. So what happens is as I keep ranting about the book, I drink more. And so at one point I was doing a book review of 50 Shades of Grey, and I got so drunk I fell out of my chair.
That's
And how
Not
many views
surprising.
did you get on that one?
That was a lot. Yeah, like sober me had to come back, be like, sorry guys, had to cut the party out. I'm gonna finish talking about the book, but I have to drink this Gatorade now.
okay. Well, to our Gen X people, guess what movie they're making a sequel to after 35 years
I don't
with the original stars?
Is this gonna hurt me?
Probably
Okay, I don't want to guess.
Pretty Woman.
No.
No.
Shut up!
Yeah,
No.
that-
Why would I do that?
they've
Why?
been talking about it for years, I guess. My theory is that Richard Gere's not making any movies and needs money. Because that's usually,
Everybody needs.
yeah, I read about it yesterday and I was like, why?
That just no,
God.
literally, why? I don't
Well,
understand
right?
this whole like everything is a remake these days, and like nothing is
Because they have no
original.
creativity. They have no
There are
ideas.
so many stories out there. Like they could just draw on folklore from any part of the world. There's so many crazy myths and legends and shit out there. If they don't want to use their imaginations, they could like just pull from like throw darts at a board that just says names of different cultures on it, and then pick a myth from there and do a movie on it. Boom. They can't even freaking do that.
Make a reality show at the Miami-Dade airport where all the people get arrested because they're drunk.
I mean, modern life is incredibly funny, and nobody seems to really get the zing of it.
I saw this video the other day. This woman from Canada who hates Trump, really, really hates Trump, going off because of Trump's tariffs, she can't send her friend package to England because it's too expensive. And I'm sorry, does she not understand that's not how tariffs work? That if you're not going through said country, you don't have to pay said tariffs?
Yeah, that's within the
Yeah,
common law.
that was my question about that one, because I heard about that one. I'm like, why would you have to pay tariffs going from Canada to England? It has nothing to do with the United States.
I don't know, but I just found it bizarre that she was going off on it and, you know, how awful it was and how it's hurting people. And I'm just like, but it's not going to get tariffs from the United States. So
I actually know a little bit about this topic working for a company that ships worldwide. So one of the things that happened is when Trump did his tariff thing, Canada was like, well, you can't tariff us. We're going to double tariff you and a whole bunch of other people too. And that was so crazy because when we would try and send stuff up to Canada, depending on which part of Canada we would send stuff up to, we would get a tariff, like a counter tariff for it. And then on top of them giving us a counter tariff, they would also give one to the person that was getting the package. So they were getting like a quadruple tariff.
That is retarded.
It was yeah, and of course like Canadians were like emailing us being like, why do I have to pay this bill? And I was like, I don't know, go talk to your government.
I'm not in charge of
It's
that.
like,
Great.
we're like, actually stop hitting yourself. Like, that's what it is.
double, but that's crazy.
But yeah, so like Canada's weird when it comes to like stuff that America does. Like I think the last crazy thing I tracked them doing had something to do with like a power circuit thing that was going on up north, and they're like, if you do this, so we're going to charge you for this line that we share. And we were like, okay, cool, like it's just going to cost us like another 19 cents. It's fine.
Knock yourself out.
I mean, I just was like watching this lady rage, and like, is this clickbait? Is this you know rage bait? But she seemed pretty serious about it, and other people, I guess, who had watched it knew her. She was very unhappy.
Maybe she's got derangement syndrome. There seems to be a lot of people with that.
Exactly.
There are definitely a lot of people with that. But I don't know.
I saw somebody do a picture with, find a cure, Trump derangement syndrome, and it was a little orange ribbon with a toupee.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm convinced that people are increasingly posting really stupid shit on purpose just to get clicks, because the more engagement and the more clicks they get, especially depending on which platform they're on, you can make a really pretty penny. Like, yeah, you look like a fucking idiot, but you might make like a couple $100 off the post. So,
Well,
I think it's worth it.
like the stupid DoorDash girl who, posted the guy who had fallen asleep in his apartment.
Yeah.
And it turned out she had opened the door and gone in and taken the picture because he had a Ring camera that showed that. So now she's been charged with 2 felonies of illegal surveillance and distribution of said illegal surveillance.
Well, yeah,
never-
that and she was trying to pretend like he had like indecently exposed himself to her.
Yeah,
Right.
but if the fact that she posted it to TikTok before she reported it to DoorDash or the police because she had to monetize it said a lot. And that it's they'll hold that against her too, because she wasn't acting like she didn't notify authorities first. She went to monetize it first. And then the next DoorDash one who sprayed pepper spray on the people's food. And then there was a third one where this woman ordered from one of the seafood restaurants where you can get a seafood boil and then you get the bags of the shrimp and lobster and whatnot. Well, she didn't get her food. And the DoorDasher claims they dropped it. They had a picture of it being dropped off, but she didn't get the food. Well, the stupid DoorDasher, a little while later, posted on her own TikTok showing off how much she loves seafood boil. Like,
Oh, suspicious. What a coincidence.
yeah, you don't think you're going to get caught by your company, really?
Wow.
Like,
That's why she's a DoorDasher, not a rocket scientist, I guess.
there are
Hey,
some really dumb people out, like people who get caught by the cops and have no clue what the laws are, but think they do.
Oh, see, that's not the kind of dumb I am. Okay, because I know about the law and how to like stay out of jail. I made a point of learning how to do that because jail, me, orange,
Not your color.
yeah, it's just not gonna work, guys. It's not gonna work. Especially when my hair is kind of partly green. I'm gonna be like some kind of pumpkin,
Well, they just convicted some guy who, for 30-something years, because he let his 15-year-old son, without a license, drive the car. No, he knew the kid was driving the car and didn't stop him. And the kid killed 4 people in a crash. And
Oh,
so
that's not good.
the kid's a juvenile, so he's only going to get held till he's like 21 or whatever, and then be on probation. But the dad got like 35 or 37 years because he didn't stop the kid. And he claims he tried to call him, but he didn't answer. And the prosecutor said, you knew he was going to pick up his friend's house. You knew where his friends lived. Why didn't you get in your car and follow him? And, and when he stopped, take the keys from him. Like, you knew he was driving. You're responsible. And all these people are like, you can't blame the parents. Well, yeah, you can
You kind of can, yeah.
in some regards.
Yeah, that's
And
fucked
then
up.
one was claiming she didn't realize she wasn't drunk driving because she wasn't drinking while she was driving because she had been drinking beforehand. But since it wasn't while she was driving, it doesn't count.
Oh, I don't think that's how that works, little honey. I don't think that's how that works at all.
No. And she was sad to find out that it did not work that way.
Oh my god. Wow.
See, I'm not that kind of dumb. Okay.
Oh god.
You people are.
I feel like we should just take the safety rails and safety guards off everything and just let Darwinism take its course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause,
That's the deal with our generation.
yeah,
Dumb kids didn't make it.
that is true. And if you did dumb things, you had dealt with your parents before you dealt with anyone else.
Mhm.
Like, it kills me, all these people, they get pulled over for whatever crime they're doing, drunk driving or whatever, and the first thing they say, can I call my mom? Or call my mom. Like, okay, what's your mom going to do? She's not going to tell the cops not to
Right.
arrest you. And secondly, if I had gotten pulled over for drunk driving or any other thing like that, the last person in the world I would have called would have been my mom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey mom, guess
Same
what I was
here.
doing?
Yeah. Because whatever punishment I got would not be nearly what I got from my parents.
but that's
Mhm.
not how the parents are nowadays.
Mm-mm.
No.
Gentle parenting. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Nope. It's showing.
I did not get parented gently, and I did not parent my kids gently.
Have you guys been tracking the new COVID baby thing?
Mm-mm.
What? What?
Oh.
What?
So I don't teach anymore, but I do still talk to teachers that I used to work with, and so on and so forth. And so, like you do, I was like, so how's it going, guys? Like, how are things doing? They're like, the COVID babies are here. And I was like, what does that mean?
It's
Right.
bad.
Yeah, no. So basically, these are all feral children. They're just like absolutely rabid. Nobody's disciplined them. This is also probably the result of gentle parenting and stuff like that. But they can't read. They can't do anything. They have no discipline. Their attention span is nothing, right? And so they come into like these classrooms that are supposed to be structured and organized, and they're all like flailing because they can't just be wild children, just like licking the walls.
Right.
Amy said something about that um, for the Katrina children,
Yeah.
Mm,
that they had the same
Mhm.
thing going on.
Well, yeah, because if you're worried about finding a place to live in your home, you're not, focusing on parenting and teaching your kids. You're just trying to survive.
It's
Well-
pretty wild though, because you think COVID baby, well, parents are at home with their kids, right? So they should have a little more attention, and apparently not.
And how many parents at home wore masks so that their little toddlers could not learn how to speak
Mhm.
because they couldn't see, faces and words and
Can't read emotions.
well, that
So
started
during-
with social media. That was before COVID. It's too many kids grow up on social media and not dealing with people in person and face to face, so they don't have a
Yeah.
way to regulate.
It's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, COVID itself was a factor, certainly, but the whole screen children thing, I think, was also a detrimental factor.
So an observation I made, because I was working at a gas station during COVID, was we had a lot of moms stopping in and just buying cases of White Claw. So, and one mom was just like, I am home with my kids 24/7. They're not at preschool. They're not at school. I'm just stuck with them all the time. I need this. And I'm just like, okay.
I'm about to say that tracks because, like, I think before I became a teacher, I had not had a drink in almost like 2.5 years. And like the first day of my internship, like I immediately went to the bar and I was like, I need a double whiskey neat, all right, and maybe some fries.
Oh no, I
I,
totally get that. I mean, I totally get, teachers needing alcohol. It's just the ones who drink at school that
You probably
that's a
shouldn't do
problem.
that.
Yeah, I
I've seen
worked.
like 3 videos last week of different teachers who they got caught who were drinking at school or drinking after they left school or on the way home from school.
Yeah, I worked in residential treatment with at-risk youth teens for about 3.5 years, and we were on graveyards, and we actually found a full-fledged bar that was open at 6 a.m. and we would go there right after work. So like sometime between 6 to 9 a.m. in the morning, like we are at a bar just with a double of bourbon.
Well,
Just
full
Yeah.
disclosure,
because it's just
there's
that
many
kind of night.
24-hour bar. There's many 24-hour bars or early opening bars here too. So that doesn't surprise me.
Well, for third shifters,
Yeah.
Good on you for doing that work, though. It's not easy.
Nope.
It is not. It earned me a titanium plate in my neck. So,
Oh,
Really?
do tell that story.
basically a bridged version. We had a kid who had already made a serious suicide attempt, and she came back into the cottage, escalated, and locked herself in the bathroom and was attempting to cut out her stitches and cut in deeper. And so we had to break into the bathroom after prompting her to come out several times, and she refused. So we broke in, they were escorting her out. She got leverage against the doorway and basically just launched off the wall like a swimmer into my torso and smashed me into a wall, and then started punching people in the face. And so we had to restrain her. And it was enough to herniate 2 discs in my neck. And so I
Wow.
had to have a 2-level spinal fusion and have a titanium plate put in. So, and that
My
is
niece-
that's when
Yeah.
I stepped away from working in mental health and
My-
also with kids.
My niece was working with teenagers like that in a home environment, and she ended up with a broken nose and a concussion. And it was the
Oh.
3rd time this particular teen had attacked her. And each time they had sent her off and then brought her back and put her back in with no safeguards. And she just quit. She said, I feel bad for the kids. I just can't do this anymore.
All I learned is Casey is part cyborg, and I'm kind of into this.
You learned what?
She's part cyborg.
Uh, Yes, I'm gonna blend in with the robots when they take over.
Yeah.
Are you fun to go through the airport security with?
You know, I haven't attempted to since the plate got put in like 2021. So I don't know.
My dad had a titanium hip. He would just tell them when he went before he went through the scanner, so it was never an issue.
They just pull me to the side because when I'm in the airport, I have resting bitch face, like all the time.
Like you.
Yeah, like I always
You
feel.
look
I
like
think
you
the
don't care if this plane goes down.
yeah. Well, I think there's only one time. It was the time I had to go to Iowa, and it was just like I guess because it was Iowa, and they were like, "Yeah, you can just get on the plane." I was like, "Don't you want to like check?" And they're like, "No, you're fine."
I get pulled aside every single time. Every time.
Yeah.
You know who gets pulled aside in my family?
Who
My husband.
does he
the-
have resting dad face?
No, he is the gentlest, kindest person ever.
That's
That's
And
why.
they pick him every freaking time.
Because they know he'll be nice about it.
Yeah, maybe so.
It was they had scanners at the football game I went to this weekend at the Allegiant Stadium. So, make sure that you didn't have anything on you.
Yep.
And half the police department was there doing event duty. I'm like, what happens if something happens on some other part of town? Is there anyone who's going to be able to respond? Because you've got people from Henderson Police, which is the next town over, doing crowd control too. Like,
I don't know.
if they built the stadium in a better place, then they wouldn't have to deal with it. But because they wanted it right by the strip, it's crazy.
That is a crazy looking stadium when you go by it.
My son calls it the toilet bowl because that's what it looks like. It's
Yeah,
very nice inside, though. It's a nice stadium.
We saw it when it was being built when we were going to Utah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we're getting a new stadium for the A's, which will be farther down the strip. And now they're trying to get an NBA team too, because why not? Kind of insane.
So Vegas wants to have all the sports.
Well, it brings people in because people who might not get to time or chance to go see their team when they're home and they're on vacation, they can. If we've got all the, every sport, then people can come watch. We have the women's NBA now, NHL. We're gonna have our baseball. We've had minor league baseball.
What kind of industry do you guys do in sports betting too? Because that's huge.
Oh, it's massive. It's incredibly massive. So surprisingly, at the game, they were advertising casinos in California, which I thought was pretty funny for their betting. But
Talking
yeah,
about the Indian casinos.
no, I don't know if they were Indian casinos. I think some counties in California have voted to allow gambling.
Well, because we got to get some money from somewhere because all of the stuff we had in the pot's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
My little rant about my governor.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, don't get me started because I live here with you.
Is anybody happy with the government here? I don't.
My governor is not bad. He's not great, but he hasn't done anything atrocious yet. So.
Oh yeah, I like that optimism.
Well,
But he's not Gavin Newsom, who's gone through all of our slush fund.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, my governor has stayed in the footsteps of his predecessor, which means does nothing at all, which is great. He took a picture with Mike Rowe the other day. Good job. Thanks, Governor Roden. That's all you need to do. Now go home and do nothing else. Thank you. So glad. I saw him in a parade. He was wearing a cowboy hat. That's all you need to be the governor of South Dakota. Wear a cowboy hat and be in the parade.
I saw a meme about California because we're getting, record flooding. but we are getting some water here. And I saw a meme that said, "Do you think we have enough water to put out a fire now?"
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
The
terrible.
people in our mountains are having a tough time right now. They're getting a lot of mudslides going through their living rooms and stuff
Oh
like that.
no.
It's, there's
Oh.
no infrastructure that's been built back up, and
It's terrible.
Is that one mayor still a mayor? The one that was in the UK when the fire was going?
she's still the mayor.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's still there.
Wow.
I mean, she should not be the mayor, but she's
Okay.
still the mayor.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The fire chief did, however, get fired.
I saw that the fire chief got fired, and I saw that there was a counter lawsuit involving that because I guess she had been like expressing concerns and she kept getting shushed and her funding cut. And so,
Mhm.
yeah, I was like, good job firing her. Now she can definitely sue you.
Well, they were doing a lot of, is it DEI? No, I don't
Yes.
think that's right.
DEI is the right
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were doing a lot of DEI, and one of her stupid employees, they said, "Oh, because it was a woman." They said, "Well, can you carry my husband out if we have a fire?"
Oh yeah. I remember that.
And she said, "Well, he shouldn't get himself into a position where I have to carry him out." I was just like, "Excuse me,
God.
what?"
Wow, he was a piece of work.
Yeah, that's so different from when I was like when I worked like here's a wild thing. It's wild. When I was a teenager, I worked in the post office, right?
Mhm.
I did too.
Yeah, it was great. It was my favorite thing. It was like put proper thing in proper box. It was like my total OCD dream. But for me to get the job, I had the resume and I had the people skills, and then I had to do the final test, which was, could I lift up a box that was 50 pounds and walk it from one end of the room to the other? The answer was yes. Like, I had to physically do the job.
I did that. I enjoyed just putting things in boxes. I didn't have to deal with people. I just dealt with mail, and they paid me. So it was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to like, you have to physically be able to do the job. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess the new fire chief, head of the fire department in New York City, is somebody who has never been a fireman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goody.
He's been an EMT, but never a fireman.
That makes her qualified.
Yeah, he's been a. They also got that Miss Rachel Children's Host is on the inaugural committee for the new mayor. I'm like,
Oh, she's
children that
creepy.
young. She
Okay,
is.
she's
creeped
creepy
me
to
out.
begin with, but she is like very pro-terrorist.
Yeah, she's creepy. She creeps me out. And kids can't vote, so like, what's the point of having her involved? Like,
This is an influential person. It's like, this ain't Mr. Rogers, who would also be unqualified.
Mr. Rogers would not have done it.
Mr. Rogers would believe that we could be the best version of ourselves, and we would be like, you're right, I should try harder.
That's right.
I'll never forget because they didn't have Mr. Rogers in the UK when I was there. And so
That's why all the British kids are so depressed. They'd be
It's
happier
true.
people if they had Mr. Rogers.
they would be. And when Mr. Rogers passed, we obviously didn't know because we get news like a month or 3 months late, or at least we did. Now the internet's a thing. But somebody came over to the house and they were American. It's like, guys, I've got terrible news. And we're like, well, what's going on? And of course, like, she was like, Mr. Rogers died. And like my dad and I immediately knew who that was. And we're like, no. And of course, my mom is like, who's Mr. Rogers? And like, shut up. You don't talk about him with that tone of voice.
No.
He's your neighbor.
He believes in you.
That's right.
But my dad ended up getting like a rental like VCR with like an episode of Mr. Rogers, and she was like, he seems wholesome. It's like, he was.
The best of us.
And he wore knit sweaters.
He was so
And
nice.
he was a pretty badass dude in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my friend lives in Pittsburgh, so which is where he's from. So they're very into it, and they have a big statue of him, right on the
Aw,
little.
appropriate.
There's the road called the Point, and it's along the river in several directions.
Mhm.
And the stadium is there, and the Mister Rogers statue, and everything down the line.
I remember when SNL was funny, and Eddie Murphy did Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. They were all, thought, oh, Mr. Rogers is going to protest. He was fine with it. He said he thought it was funny, and he was okay with it because it wasn't aimed at kids. He said if it had been aimed at kids, then he would have had a problem with it. But otherwise, it was perfectly okay for Eddie Murphy to be Mr. Robinson. Which, just because the sweater he put on was stolen, and
That doesn't mean anything.
most of the things in his apartment were stolen,
He found those things.
he still taught kids not to do things.
He liberated them.
So like the one, can you say gentrification?
Ah.
I knew you could.
Yeah. When he stole the neighbor's TV getting delivered out of the lobby.
Bob Ross was also a badass in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
He was
bad he couldn't get rid of that fro. Like he tried to cut the fro, and they were like, "No, it's become part of like your symbol, so you have to keep the fro."
Yes.
aw.
Yeah, he was a drill sergeant, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks.
He vowed when he got out he was never going to curse or yell at anybody ever again.
Yeah. But clearly
Aw.
left that voice when he got out of the military.
He just beat the devil out of the brush. That's fine.
It was so funny how he would go from like,
Yes.
just make love to the canvas, and then 2 seconds later, just beat the devil out of it.
When we used to have quiet weeks at school, so it's like when either there's like testing or whatever, and we have to wait before we can do anything, they usually like keep your students occupied. And so I'd like turn the lights down, I put Bob Ross on. I was like, I don't care what you do, but you can't be louder than Bob Ross. And so it was a great agreement. Everybody was very happy.
That totally works.
That's a good idea, Carol.
Well, some of them would try and like paint too, because they'd be like watching him and like trying to do it like on like their notepads and stuff like that.
Just all around good guy.
I love Bob Ross.
There weren't any mistakes, just happy little accidents.
I have a couple of Bob Ross-esque paintings in my house that my son did,
Oh,
because he would turn him on and just paint whatever Bob did. Do you know how much his paintings are worth now?
I don't know. I know there's like two versions. There's like the finished one he would show, and then the one that he would do while he was recording.
Right. And the original ones by him are worth a lot of money.
Isn't it like in some lady's house or something? Like she just kept them all?
Yeah, she can't. I know there's one lady that took a bunch of them, but I don't know. I don't know who she is. So
I don't
But
think
yeah.
anybody knows who she is for her own safety.
yeah, but she
Can you
took,
imagine
like,
the art thief that's like, you know what we're stealing? Bob Ross.
Yeah, she. I think at the end of the day, when he was finished painting, he didn't want them. So
Only so many
Nobody
happy little
wanted 'em.
trees you can have in your house.
yeah,
They're all happy little trees.
happy little clouds too.
I should do that one day. I should just make like a Bob Ross, like, doing like, action figures of violent characters, right? Like Wolverine stabbing somebody. Be like, don't worry, guys. It's just a happy accident.
We're just going to put some happy little blood splatters over here.
Look how happy they are. They're all bright and shiny, guys.
I know. We're going to do the lighting. We're going to do the shading. Go with a little sparkle in there. See?
Got a little sparkle in that bloodthirsty eye. It's going to be all okay.
Gonna
Yeah.
jazz up the uniform a little bit.
Yeah.
A little sparkle in it.
A little tear to give a character.
Well, you know, you could let your kids watch Bob Ross and not worry that you were going to hear language that you didn't want them to hear, or you were going to have to explain anything to them because they heard something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of like, okay, they can watch Bob Ross and they can learn about painting, and you know, it's all good.
Yep.
But you know,
Yeah, we loved watching his shows at our house.
They always play him at my nail salon. I think it's because they want us to be like calm and like tranquil while they're like drilling like into our nail beds and stuff.
you know, I was getting a bunch of Christmas memes over the holiday, and this one I saw, it's a kid talking to Santa, and he's like, "Santa, what's the story of your reindeer names? Why name them after memories, like Prancer frolicking through the snow? What about Donner?" A dark countenance settled on Santa's face. The year was 1847. Snowfall had trapped us in the Sierra Nevada.
Oh, no.
It's like,
She had 8 reindeer then, let me tell you.
I do love all the Christmas movies where they have like Santa be like some kind of like Viking Norse like warrior, right? Like a Violent Night is probably one of my more favorite like Christmas films.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
It's
you
so
haven't?
fun.
It's so
Violent
it,
Night.
let me set it up. Let me set it up. And if you want to watch it, I know Christmas is past, but you have my permission. You can watch this film anytime you want.
Not Epiphany. Yes, you're fine.
But it's so I want you to imagine this. Santa Claus has gotten kicked out by Mrs. Claus, and so it's right before Christmas, and he's just like getting drunk in a bar, and he's talking to the other Santas after they finish doing the Santa Mall thing. They're like, "How long have you been doing this?" And he's like, "Too long," right? And so he goes outside and he gets on his sled, but he's been drinking, so like obviously the sled's not like steering very well while the reindeer are running. And but even though he's not doing his best and he's got this fight with Mrs. Claus going on, he still has to deliver the toys for the kids for Christmas, right? And so as he's going out, he gets to this one house, right? And so as he goes through the chimney, he sees that there's cookies and milk left out, and he's like, that's just what I need for my hangover, right? And so he's sitting there and he's enjoying the cookies, and suddenly the door is busted in. A guy with a gun comes in. He was like, "Who are you, security?" And he was like, "No, I'm Santa," right? And the guy's like, "No, you're with them." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And then a gunfight comes out.
Oh my god.
And Santa's trying to explain himself, and he's basically taking the tinsel off the tree and using it like a whip against this guy with a gun.
It's fucking wild.
And unfortunately, Santa does get a head, he does get hit in the head. And so they secure him away, and come to find out that, he's in a house that's been taken over by terrorists. And there's one good little girl in there, and she's like, "Santa, do you think you can help me?" And he was like, "Yeah, you're on the good list." And suddenly, like, badass Santa comes out of the room, and then the movie is on.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. I love this movie so much.
That's fucking rad.
So
Yeah, I'm
what's
definitely
everybody's
interested.
favorite Christmas movie?
I don't watch movies ever, so
Gremlins.
I just watched that.
That has to be my favorite Christmas movie.
My favorite, I have not watched yet. I need to watch it. It's Klaus.
What is Klaus?
Klaus is a cartoon. It just came out a couple of years ago. Oh, excuse me. But it's about a guy who's very spoiled, and his dad is like the head of the postal service, and so he sends him to this faraway place that's really horrible to teach him a lesson. And so he meets this guy who has a bunch of wooden toys that he's made, and they start giving them out to the kids. So of course it's Santa, but it's a good little movie. I like it.
That sounds wholesome. I should watch it.
I did watch my second favorite, which was White Christmas. But now that I know the origin behind the song, I can't watch it anymore because the song is actually sad. Because Irving Berlin wrote it because his son died on Christmas Day. And so
Oh.
he wrote a Christmas song that was not a happy, cheerful Christmas song.
Mm.
And
A lot of Christmas songs aren't happy, cheerful Christmas songs. They're still bangers.
Yeah. Well, I got to see White Christmas in the theater.
Ooh.
It was a different thing. It was really nice. I really liked it.
Sounds magic.
Yeah.
he's a pitch marker that does not want to get picked up.
Well,
Does anybody have big New Year's plans?
sitting and knitting.
Gonna be sitting right here.
Hmm.
That sounds amazing. I should do that too.
I am not. I'm
How's
not
your hat
going
going?
out in the crazy.
Oh, my
Yeah.
hat.
Right.
I had to start my hat over because I was like, why is this not looking like the picture? And we talked earlier, or I talked earlier about how I'm smart dumb, right? And so I had needles that were too big, which made the whole thing look wonky. And I think it was Liz who said something about changing the needle size or something. And I was like, that's what I did. And that's why I ran into the closet. But then I came out of the closet to be with you. So
Oh, thanks.
We're proud of you.
It's like she came out of Narnia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I was making a newborn size beanie for my boss because she was trying to arrange a secret Santa, and I'm so proud of the boys at my work. It's a bunch of mechanics and stuff like that, and they got a great idea where they're like, we're not going to do a secret Santa. We're going to let her think we're doing a secret Santa, but instead we're going to have a surprise baby shower for her.
Oh,
Adorable.
I'm
That's
so
so
proud
sweet.
of them.
that's so
So
nice.
I was making a newborn size beanie to match an ear warmer that I had made her. And I misread. I was skimming the directions because I was like, ah, this is a beanie. It's simple, stockinette, right? It said to use 4 double point needles, and I just read it as size 4 needles. And so
Oh,
I'm making this out of worsted weight, and I'm looking at it like, this seems really small, even for a newborn head. And then I reread the directions and realized they're supposed to be on size 8, not on size 4s. And it just said that you could use 4 double point needles. So there's some smart dumb for you too.
I feel seen. Thank you.
I got this comment too. It said, "How in the world was a whole generation of 9 to 12-year-olds allowed to read Flowers in the Attic?" And they're saying they're not talking censorship; they're talking parents.
Mm-hmm.
And the response was, "Pretty sure no one was paying attention to kids from 81 to 83."
Nope.
And that seems about
It's
right.
true. It's true. I watched, so like I don't do a lot of super female things, but one of them is loving the movie Dirty Dancing. I love Dirty Dancing, and I watched it as an adult, and watching it as an adult, I wonder how my parents let me watch that when I was 6.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of stuff that went over my head, like the whole scene with Patrick Swayze's partner crying in a kitchen because she needs to have an abortion. I did not understand that. I just thought that they were out of cake there or something, and she was just really upset about it. In fact, like my mom may have told me that. She may have just been like, "Oh, they were out of cake," and the
that would
cake was
make
a
me
lie.
sad. That would make me sad. At a 6-year-old,
Sure.
you know.
I'd
Yeah,
be
there's a
sad
lot
now.
of things. A lot of things we watched and saw as children that we probably should not have, because they had R-rated things, but our parents really weren't paying much attention. So we went and did things with other people.
Oh heck yeah! My little brother was born. We were 5 years apart, and after he was born, I just went completely feral because they were all paying attention to him. In fact, when I was like 6 or 7, I pulled a fillet knife out of the drawer and I cut up a refrigerator box to make myself a fort.
Ooh.
And yeah, my parents just did not notice that I pulled a
I have a
freaking
scar
like
from
7-inch
cutting cardboard.
knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of all the trouble I got into, knives have never been a problem for me.
Yeah. I came home from work once and we had temporarily moved our computer in the kitchen on the kitchen table. And my husband was at the computer and I walk in and my son's standing behind him with a knife pointed at his dad's back. He's not pushing it or anything, just got the knife right there, right by his back. He's not touching. And I'm like, I think I'll take that. Never understood. He can never give a reason why he had the knife. I think he was watching his dad play a fighting game, so he grabbed the knife so that he could fight along. But yeah, we ended up moving the computer at that point. But when he was little, and my husband would play video games back in the day where you had to have the disc to start them,
Mm-hmm.
the discs kept disappearing, and we couldn't figure out what happened to the discs. And then one time he was playing, he watched my son. He came over, he took the disc out of the drive, and he slid it into the little slot where the drive fitted inside the computer.
Oh.
And when my husband opened up the computer, he found like 6 or 8 different discs.
Oh my god.
He thought he was helping with the video game because he saw him, he'd pull the slot out, take the disc out. So he was doing that for him. He was just not putting them away. So,
Wow.
yeah. And our kids, they had supervision more than I did at that age, but they still got into trouble. It's not my fault that their 2 favorite TV shows were Fear Factor and Cops.
Oh god.
Cops.
Cops, yeah. Yeah, that's been my ring. The theme from Cops has been my ringtone for my son since he was a toddler.
See, cops is how I learned to not get in trouble with the law. I
Yep,
was like, that is a dumb thing. I will not do that thing.
That's how he is, but he would sing the song, so that's my ringtone for him. And my daughter's is the theme song from Malcolm in the Middle, because it's "You're Not the Boss of Me Now," and that was just, she would sing the song at the top of her lungs when they would watch it, so that's become her ringtone. But yeah, Fear Factor. I came home once. She was standing on the back of a rocking chair, recliner, balancing, because that they would do the high wire things, and no one else is in the room, just by herself. Just climbed up the furniture and started balancing on the top of this chair. It's like, told my husband, you need to stop letting them watch Fear Factor because they don't need to be acting out.
When I was little, it was Gladiators. I used to watch
Yeah.
Gladiators, and I would try to do like the flips in the front yard. And I wanted to get like one of those giant Q-tip things that they used to fight with. I was totally into that show.
We had Battle of the Network Stars,
Oh, yes.
which was the precursor to Gladiators.
That was so good.
Every year you had to see who was going to be on whose team.
Hmm.
I still can't do a flip to save my freaking soul, but I used to try so hard.
Gymnastics was not my thing.
And
I
now,
tried
Fear-
to do. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I tried to do a flip once, and instead I just rolled my ankle. So-
I was going to say they brought back Fear Factor, and now Johnny Knoxville is the host.
Oh, did
God.
they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the thing where they're putting people in cement, and I was just like, "Are you insane?"
Nope, 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 nope,
Uh,
nope.
no, thank you.
Yeah. Do you realize that will make you not be able to breathe?
That requires thinking. I think people are struggling with that right now. The
Mhm.
thinking
There
thing.
are,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who are struggling with the thinking thing.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of them have interactions with law enforcement because of it.
Mm.
It's amazing what laws people think they know. Like,
Oh, the
One-
sovereign citizens are the ones
Oh,
that kill
yeah.
me. Just kill me.
commercial law and maritime law, and the one court case, it was like in Idaho, or one, the judge is like, we're landlocked. We don't have maritime law here. Okay. We have no ocean. It does not apply.
Is that the one that took his car through a Christmas parade?
No, it was a different one, but I know the one you're talking about. He's trying to get a case thrown out now.
That was
believe.
Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that was Milwaukee. Or
Yes. He was a joy as a defendant.
Oh. My son was watching that and he told me, he goes, Mom, you need to watch this. And he said, look, he's building a fort out of the banker boxes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. He was messed up dude. It's like
Was it Daryl? Daryl?
Brooks, I think.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, some of the people who go before, I feel bad for some of the court people because they get these really stupid people and they
Mhm.
tell stupid stories to make up for, to make excuses for why, and sometimes when they tell stupid stories, it proves the point against them and they don't even realize. And you're just like, when your lawyer says don't speak, don't speak. You have the right to remain silent. You should use it. And sometimes, some things the lawyers say, it's code for, I'm sorry, Your Honor, my client is a moron. And sometimes,
I've been watching this podcast lately called Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. And she talks about court cases and she is hilarious. And she's like, oh, mister, you are bad at crime. She's hilarious.
yeah. The shoplifters and get me because they'll tell them, we have it on camera, you stealing this. Well, I didn't do it. Damn. Did you not just hear we have you on 4K camera showing you do this? It wasn't me. Ma'am, we stopped you before you left the store. We're pretty sure it's you.
Crazy.
It was my invisible friend.
Yeah, and then they get shocked that they're going to jail. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting arrested? Yeah. Like, you broke the law.
The best ones are the ones that are like, well, I have money. I can pay for it. It's like, you
So-
should have done that to
This
begin with.
one had gone, I don't know if she'd worked at a store and she'd gone on and tried on a whole bunch of bathing suits and stolen them. And so they called and the police came down and they found all but 2. And they're like, where are the other bathing suits? I have no idea. And she's showing them all the places in the store where she might have left them. And it turns out she was wearing.
Oh,
And she didn't want to tell the store manager because the store manager was rude to her. Well, yeah, you stole like $1,000 worth of stuff. Of course she's rude to you. But she was willing to tell the cop that she had them on. It's like, they're going to know when they search you. Like, but she did not want the manager to know because the manager was rude to her. And I'm thinking, well, if you were stealing a bunch of stuff in my store, I'd probably be rude to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the manager's going to find out eventually also, right?
Yeah.
They're going to keep the manager in the loop on this. This isn't
I mean-
going to be a secret.
I mean, they knew she was up to something because she was pulling all different sizes to try on, claiming, oh, I don't know what size fits me. Like, ma'am, you're not a small and an extra large at the same time. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me. I could shape shift.
Sometimes I get bloated.
Those were
Big
her
lunch.
excuses. Those were excuses. This one was an employee who was doing fraudulent voids and then taking the money out of the drawer and was totally shocked they were going to go to jail. Like, you did not think this through very well, did you? You know, that's actually a crime to take money out of the, and couldn't understand why they were going to jail. Like, can't I just get a ticket? No, you took several $1,000s, and she'd only been working there like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. I mean, not always with something as dramatic as that, but a certain amount of the, well, I work here, so it belongs to me. I deserve this. And you're like, what?
Mhm.
Like, no, not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, it's crazy. One was stealing from her employer so she could go on vacation, and she couldn't understand why the employer wanted to press charges. And she's like, well, can I just talk to him? And the police officer's like, no, they're pressing charges. You don't need to talk to him anymore. But really, it's okay because it's just for vacation. It's not a big deal.
What? How the hell are these people growing up? What homes are they growing up in that they think this is like totally fine?
Well, you know,
This is
that
the
their
foreshadowing.
boss is a magical money machine, and the boss is just rude to them, which is why they don't get more money.
Yeah, basically.
It's just a magical foreshadowing before the COVID babies arrive. That's what it is.
One woman trashed a Dollar Tree because they wouldn't hire her.
Well, that's a really great way to make
And
them
when
money.
the cop came to arrest her because she went home, it was a little town, so everybody knows everybody. And she's like, well, that bitch wouldn't hire me. It's like, so you trashed the store. You thought that was perfectly okay. Well, she's going to have to clean it up. And he's like, gee, and now I'm not shocked at all why she didn't hire you. Like,
It was quite the magical experience.
You have to wonder how these people survive to adulthood. You really do.
Yeah.
because
Again,
they're never told
too
no.
much padding. The kids in our generation, they didn't make it.
Well, yeah, but I think I saw a
Well, some
podcast
things
with a
do.
psychologist, and he said part of it is too many times parents will say they will threaten, but they never follow through. So these people are used to not having actual consequences. So when
Yeah.
someone tells them no and they mean it, they're shocked and they can't handle it, and then they want their parents, like their parents are going to tell the cops to let them go, and that's how it works. Like, it cracks me up because they'll be, I didn't do anything to you, to the cop. Well, he's not arresting you for what you did to him. He's arresting you for what you did before that. Like, they think just if they say don't touch me enough times, there's a magical number where the cop's just not going to touch them.
That's what cracks me up is the don't touch me. Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
You're under arrest. No, I'm not. Well, you're the one sitting in the back of the police car in handcuffs. So chances are you're probably the one who's wrong. But
I always love it when they grab like some kind of religious zealot of some form, and the zealot's always kind of like, God will smite you for this. And it was like, you need to calm down.
Just like, all right, we'll see when we get there then.
Yeah.
Just let me know when it happens.
Yeah. If God smites me before we get to the station, you're right. Otherwise, you have to talk to the judge.
yeah. There was one who was doing that and kept going on and on and on that. The cop was like, gee, do you know your commandments? I know mine. Thou shalt not steal is one of them.
Gotta love a smart aleck cop.
And she kind of shut up for a bit, but then, I don't know. It kills me as the one who leave their kids in their cars.
Yeah.
In this day and age, and it's not people accidentally leaving their kids in their car. These people are intentionally leaving their kids in their car while they go shopping or
go to the
go get a-
casino.
or go get a Brazilian butt lift, and all these different things, and they're shocked when they're called out on it that it's a crime. Like, it's no big deal. I just left him. I'm like, you left your kids in an unlocked car with no air conditioning. Anyone could have stolen your car or stolen your kid, or your kid could have choked to death, and you would have been there to save them because you're off doing whatever. Like this one
That's
woman,
too real. That's too
was like-
real for me.
she was leaving her kid in the car while she was in class. She's like, well, I sit by the window so I can see the car. And the cop's like, really? He's looking at her, and she was overweight like I am. And he's like, really? And how fast do you think you could have run down those stairs and run across the parking lot if someone came to your car to try to take your child? Just because you can see it doesn't mean you could stop it.
Right.
In addition to that, law enforcement will smash your car
Oh, yeah.
window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, as children, we were left in the car, but
Well, they,
Oh
but they
no,
do
I'm
that
not
in
supporting
Arizona
that.
too. In Arizona, if you see an animal or a
Yeah.
kid in a car
Mhm.
and it's not winter, like you can smash the car window and you don't have to be a cop for that.
yeah, Vegas is pretty much the same way. As long as you call for authorities and then first, so at least they're on their way. But it kills me how many parents intentionally leave their kids in the car.
I'm just gonna be a minute. I'm just gonna be a minute.
I think some of them secretly hope that something's going to happen to their kid.
I think so too. I think because you can see by their
Out.
social media when all the pictures on their social media is about them, and they
Yeah.
never mention having kids, and they're always talking about all their own lives and their partying and everything else, and like the Brazilian butt lift lady, she claimed they didn't charge her with murder, they charged her with aggravated child abuse and manslaughter because she claimed she didn't realize the air conditioning on the car was gonna cut off, which they all do. She was told she could bring her kids into the lobby while she had her procedure. There were other parents with kids in the lobby. She actually helped one other woman take care of her child while her children were out in the heat in the car.
Oh, Jesus.
And yeah, but because she claimed she did not realize the air conditioning was cut off, she didn't get the full charges. They got a hung jury. But
That's
I'm sorry.
considered a surgical procedure. Who's like, I'm gonna just like have
Well,
a procedure done.
Well, originally they said it was lip implants, but then afterwards they said no, it was a BBL. Like, how was she going to be driving home unless it was just injections? Maybe it was butt injections. I don't know.
I don't know
But
because
still.
Brazilian interesting fact, the Brazilian butt lift is the cosmetic procedure with the highest mortality rate.
Mhm.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
Ew.
So, like, you should find a
Those
babysitter.
cheeks would kill.
Oh, yeah. And she had even called ahead and asked them, could she bring her children? And they said, yes, they can come in. It's fine. But she still left them out. And they were out for over 2 hours.
That's fucked up.
And one died and the other one luckily was okay.
That's
But-
crazy.
Yeah. And she I don't know if they're going to retry her on the murder charge or just go with the manslaughter that she got convicted with. But like, she intentionally left them there. It's like, I don't get it. She's like, well, they had food and they had a bit, and they had my phone so they can watch games. I'm like, that's not the point, lady. It was summer.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas.
Well, no, this
Was
one
it in
wasn't in
Vegas?
Las. No, this wasn't in Vegas. This was in Bakersfield, outside of Bakersfield.
Oh, geez.
Which
Yeah,
is
so-
almost as
hot.
bad as Vegas.
Yeah,
Just as bad. Yeah.
yeah, but it just blows my mind. Like, it didn't occur to her that
hmm
hey, it makes me wonder how badly she ignored the children when she had them, because she clearly did not think that anything was wrong with just leaving them by themselves in a car for 2 hours without even checking. And they know she didn't check them because they have the video from the front of the store, and she never left, or the medical thing. She never left the doors. So they know she never went out and checked the kids. Like that
Poor
dad in
babies.
Arizona who killed himself.
What beautiful, happy topics we
I
have
know.
today. How about we talk about something else?
Okay, knitting.
Yeah, what new blankets is everyone going to make in the new year?
Yeah.
Well, an American one for me, obviously.
I've heard about this America blanket. Yeah.
Joan,
Yes.
have you decided what your next 6 are going to be?
5. I'm
Or
at
5,
21.
sorry. Oh, that's right, 21 now.
Well, I found my daughter-in-law made my logo, my little girl that's the sassy little yarn ball. And so I found a program that would make it into a cross stitch for me. So
Mhm.
I'm contemplating starting a corner to corner, not corner to corner,
Color work?
No, what do you call them? Where there's the squares.
Oh, my
That's corner. That is corner to corner.
Oh yeah, corner. I'm contemplating doing a corner to corner of that design.
Ooh.
I know.
That'd be
I'm
freaking
nuts.
cool.
I am nuts. And I would like to do some kind of camping theme blankets. So I'm kind of looking.
That's
I'm
right. You camp
looking
a lot,
for-
don't you?
Well, I don't camp a lot. We have gone 2 times this year. I have camped a lot in my life because we used to take the kids all the time. And, you know, we started out, Scott, our oldest, we took him camping when he was 3 months old in a
Oh, wow.
tent. And he looked like a star because he had so many clothes on. And he was very sleepy being in the mountains. The mountains made him very sleepy. So, you know, we moved from a tent to a pop-up trailer to a hybrid trailer that the ends popped out. And now we have just a solid trailer for me and Papa Nevin. Oh, Papa Nevin got mad at me yesterday because the door was open and people could see him walk by.
Oh. Oh well.
Sorry, Papa Nevin.
It happens sometimes.
Well, like he told me, okay, close the door. So today I closed the door, but it's open now because Pirate came in and looked at me.
Because it's
Somehow
about that
that's your fault.
time.
Yes, yes. He is the boss of me.
And he knows it.
Yes, yes. Lynn said he's the most spoiled dog she knows about. And I was like, yeah, pretty much.
So I got some very pretty knitting books for Christmas.
Ooh.
I
What'd you
saw
get?
that.
I got Socks from the Valley, which is Stardew Valley knitting.
I think I
Wow.
have
Oh.
those
Very
patterns.
pretty.
That's your Stardew book. That got me excited. I love Stardew
Uh-huh.
Valley.
I know. So, I mean, as socks, they are gorgeous, but I am thinking about, you know, what other ways to incorporate that amount of color work.
It could be a hat or a cowl.
Mhm.
Or sweater.
But yeah, sweater. But for the sweater thing, okay, so most of these, I don't know if you can tell by the picture, that there is a ground and then it goes up to sky. So, like, well, I guess sky can be the top of the sweater or use larger yarn or something.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, it's very pretty. Also, this book itself is very pretty because it's Oakwood Knits who does it. So having a little square cornered book, I mean, it's 4 sock patterns and all the charts and everything are in there, but having it knitting bag size instead as opposed to like big old book size.
Did you get that from Knit Picks? Because I know they were the ones selling those patterns.
Right. Well, she sells the book on her own website. I don't know if
Okay.
Knit also has the book.
Okay.
But I do know that her patterns, you can get them through Knit and the yarns. I don't know if she's okay. She does say Knit palette, for each of the colors, which she. Okay, so for the fall socks, there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 colors. So,
Wow. That's a lot.
it is kind of a lot for a pair of socks.
Do they have any bundles that you can buy?
Probably. I haven't looked on the Knit Picks site.
Because sometimes if you buy the bundles, you get a discount.
Right. I'm sure they do kits if they're doing the patterns there. But yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so I mean, Palette is one of the yarns that could possibly have this many colors, but Palette I don't think would make a very good sock yarn.
No,
they'd
I
be
don't.
gorgeous, but Palette like felt.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why would you use that for? I mean, maybe they just used it because there were so many colors available.
right.
But I mean, I wouldn't use that for a sock.
No, I wouldn't unless I mean like a Christmas stocking, of course, that'd be fine. But
Yeah. Yeah.
man, these would be gorgeous Christmas stockings.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very
And you know,
pretty.
I tell you what, like Stardew Valley nerds like me, we be paying premium for those kind of stockings.
Well,
Just putting it out there.
Well, and the thing is too, because I mean, for sock yarn or anything else, I'm like, ooh, the fancy yarn I have are not often in solid colors, so I'd have to do a little mix and match. But anyways, absolutely gorgeous. I'm very excited about this. And I also have the Peter Rabbit baby knit books,
Oh, that's so cute.
which is it's a very intense Intarsia book, and I love it so much. Like, look, where else can you get big old Jemima
Cute.
right on your sweater?
And is the
Very
target
cute.
audience for that book.
I
Yes.
am because oh my gosh, because here, hang on. The squirrel nutkin blanket. Look at that.
Oh, it's so cute.
It's adorable. Anyways, flipping through this book like kills me.
Well, I mean, if they're colors you don't have and you can't, I'm sure one of our yarn dyers could dye you some minis for colors. You can knead it up, soft yarn.
That's true. That is very true.
Pay attention.
Or they have those colors in minis, some of them.
True. Or I
flipping-
could get distracted with squirrel sweaters.
Oh, so cute.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Our flippin' farmstead's trying to finish a sweater by New Year's Eve. She has 3 rows on the ribbing and then the sleeves. So good luck with that.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You.
All right. I've got to do some baby stuff because we have 2 babies coming in our family.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. My niece is having her second. So first boy, well, third boy in 2 generations. Put it that way.
I asked my kids if they had any news for me at Christmas, and they both went, "Nope."
Keep dreaming.
Oh, chunky yarn will go fast. That is true.
Oh,
No, my niece, well, my mother-in-law and father-in-law,
knows.
they have 17 grandkids. They're 2 boys.
Wow.
And so one of the grandkids already has a daughter, and now she's having a boy. So he's going to be the most spoiled boy known to man because he's the first one. And I know her dad is going to go nuts because he had 5 daughters.
Wow.
And now he's getting his grandson. So that kid's going to be super spoiled.
I got a crafty book as well, and if you will excuse me for a moment, I will go get
Did you say a crafty book or a crafty book?
it. Crafty.
Oh, okay. That
The
makes more
crochet
sense.
book.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
got a book for Christmas. Didn't like it. I'll show you anyways.
It's pretty crappy, but here it is.
Right.
Comes back with the book. It literally says crappy book on it.
I told you it was crappy.
Does anyone have any New Year's resolutions for crafting? Is anyone even going to bother with that?
I'm only gonna knit this year.
Try to be more organized.
Ooh.
That's the main one.
I'd like to finish stuff this year. I'd like to finish this year's stuff next year. So
Same
next
here.
week, in 2 days. Yeah.
Having finished projects,
And I want to get more patterns out, but we'll see.
I know Therese finishes stuff. I'm always inspired.
No.
Times.
How did the socks, were they what he wanted?
What's up?
Were the socks what
Oh,
did
yeah.
they do below?
Are you wearing them now?
No, I took off already.
No, he took them off. Yeah, they fit. He likes them.
Good.
Aw.
I don't know about resolution, but I plan to be
Or goals,
Or-
I guess.
more mindful of what I do because I did too many make-alongs last year and then didn't do the
Yes.
stuff that I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same here. Same here.
I'm sorry, Hallowed Angel. That's awful. Hopefully you'll get to see the baby soon. That's terrible.
Oh,
Sorry.
What happened?
Had a baby with someone who convinced her for the last year not to talk to them. So she hasn't seen the baby since the baby was 3 months old.
Oh my gosh.
That's hard. I want to cast on a lot, but there's things I need to get done. So I'm trying to get myself organized to do those first before I just start randomly casting on stuff. Like Hat and Cow, I know those are gifts and they're needed, so I can go ahead and do those while I decide what's next. But there's too many choices. And then Anne showed us that sweater pattern, and now that's on my list too.
Thanks,
What did
Anne.
I do?
And I got
Let's see.
Let's see the scrappy book. Let's see.
Oh,
It does not say crappy on it. Now I'm sad.
It's not patchwork granny
That's not
square
crappy at all.
blankets.
ooh.
Oh, that's really fancy.
Oh. It's a
Ooh.
it's a book to make blankets.
I was about to say, is this for your blanket channel?
Is this for your blanket affliction?
So should I start a new channel about blankets, or should I just change
Nah,
the name
just
of
keep
mine?
on keeping on.
Keep on. I have yarn put away for 3 blankets,
Mhm.
1 heart quilt, and then a blanket for my son, which will be crochet and acrylic because I'm not going to make him deal with wool blanket.
Most of my blankets are acrylic
Mhm.
because I made my son's wool blankets one time, and my oldest put it in the dryer.
No.
So I've got mine trained pretty well, but I just don't want him to have to deal with that.
Yeah. Well, it wound up getting thrown away.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, that
hurts
hurts.
my heart.
that's sad.
Mhm. Well, it hurt mine too.
But-
But I have a point of information for everyone,
Oh,
because I have heard several times on several different podcasts where people say, I use Red Heart Super Saver because you don't have to worry about a dye lot. And I'm here
yeah,
to
you-
tell you
You do.
that is not true.
That is not true.
Yeah, because I made a blanket for my son after he felted the other one, and I used Red Heart Super Saver. And what happened was I bought it from 2 different Joann's. Joann's, rest in peace. And I could see as I was working on it, I was like, there's a definite stripe there.
Mhm.
And it was because, and so I asked him about it. I was like, what is this? And they said, well, different Joann's get them from different suppliers and they dye them differently. So
Mhm.
Wow, I did
Yeah.
not know that.
When
Just
I had knee surgery years ago, and at the time I couldn't work, so I was making a blanket for my husband, and it was this big giant blanket,
Mhm,
and I was using Karen Super Soft,
mhm,
and I had to go to all the Joann's and Michaels to try to find
mhm.
some with the same dye lot, because I didn't know how much I was going to need because it was just got bigger and bigger, and I was hobbling through the different stores on crutches.
Well, it wasn't saying dye lot on it, but you
Oh.
could tell that the labels looked a little different
Yeah.
from each other.
Mhm.
So I learned my lesson on that one.
Speaking of Joann's, I don't know if you guys have seen the ads. I've seen them on YouTube. Michael's is now doing like a Michael's and Joanne thing where they have the knit and sew shop.
Mhm.
I haven't been to the Michael's near me in a really long time, but I'd be interested to check it out. It bothered me though because on the commercial, the girl doing the voice was like, "Skeins, all the skeins you
Oh.
need for your knitting projects." It's like, no, girl.
Like you don't know anything, Michaels.
Yeah, I had a friend who I used to knit and crochet with, and she called them skeins, and no matter how many times I said skeins,
Skeins, skeins, skeins.
or
Well-
or got somebody at Michael's to call them skeins, she would never. It was always skeins. Like,
You
okay.
know,
That's
I-
the choice. You do you.
I'm just not. Michael's is just not picking it up enough for me.
Mm-mm.
They're not. No.
They need to get serious. If they want to do fabric, they need to get serious about it.
They used to do fabric back in the
I
day,
know.
in the 90s.
They
They
did.
had fabric.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh yeah, I watched them trying to cut fabric on this
Oh.
fold out table, this like triple fold out table. And then I'm watching them kind of try to freehand a straight cut
Oh,
on this shabby, sketchy table. And I'm just like looking at this, and I see this straight edge poking out from under the table, and I'm just looking at it like don't even want to use the straight edge there. I mean, you've got this quilting ruler, right?
I mean, at that point, you might as well just rip it.
It would have been straighter if
It'd be
they'd ripped
straighter,
it. Yeah. And so I'm just watching them do these almost like these. They're not even good fabric scissors. They're not straight cut. I'm like, I would never buy it by the yard. I'm asking them. I was like, you guys got Joann's yarn and apparently some of the Joann's fabric. Why didn't you get Joann's cutting tables? And this employee is just like, I don't know. I'm seasonal and I don't think I'm even going to
You don't know a
continue,
lot,
even if
bud.
they offer a position full time. They're like, it's a shit show here. That is verbatim what the employee said.
Well, Michael's has had such bad yarn for a long time. Like their
It's
yarn
true.
section, I mean, the choices have been bad. They've gotten rid of so many different lines of yarn, and then they just have very basic ones. Even before Joann's went out of business. So
Mhm. Well, I mean, the thing is that you can get yarn online. You know, there are a couple places that you can have a decent selection of yarn. But as far as fabric goes, I have to touch the
I know.
fabric. It's very tactile for me. And I have to touch it. And I don't know. I feel like the thing I'm frustrated with Michael's about is like, look, you bought Hancock and then you bought Joann's and now you're not giving us fabric. You
I
should
like
have
Hancock.
all the fabric available.
I used to get all my buttons at Hancock.
Hancock's nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, my latest frustration is with interfacing. I cannot find the interfacing I want. So, I don't know.
Does Waywack have it?
What is Waywack?
Oh, girl, get off of here and type it in. It's a sewing supply company.
Is it
Okay.
better than her Fabric Disneyland?
Well, Fabric Disneyland I can go to in person.
They don't really sell fabric so much. They sell everything else
Okay.
at very
Wait.
good prices.
Waywack? Like K or C?
WAWAK.
Oh, okay.
And so you might be able to get supplies there. I don't know if they have interfacing. I think they do. But they had a big sale over, before Christmas. Every day they had something on sale, and I got a bunch of thread
Nice.
and other stuff. But check them and see.
We probably need to finish up here soon.
Yeah.
So Pirate doesn't come yell at me.
Well, yeah, he hasn't come in yet and gotten you.
Well, he did stick his nose in.
And say, hey, lady,
So,
how long are you going to be?
Look at my Festivus stripes.
so
Ooh,
cute.
very pretty.
But it is, I mean, the
Ooh.
cooling is happening so that there's definitely more red in some places than others.
That's okay though.
Yeah,
It-
it works
it-
out. It'll
It
even
makes it
out.
pop. It makes
I
it
hope.
pop.
I
It
have
will be lovely.
stored. I have
Nice.
stored my Festivus pole away for next year. You guys can say goodbye to Keanu. He will be stored after this show.
Bye, Keanu.
So,
Bye,
and,
Keanu.
and Mr. Penguin will be my show host.
Okay. We like penguins.
Well, did you hear about his tragic story?
No.
I was showing him as my show and tell one day, and my husband dropped him, and his tail broke off, and his wings got broken.
No.
So he
He
had a
needed
tail.
surgery.
Yes, he had a tail transplant, and he has been fixed. And now I put the hat on him to look like what was his name? Peter? Was it Nesbitt from the Monkees?
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks like the guy from the Monkees, don't you think?
Perfect
With that
likeness.
hat? Yeah. With
He's
that
the only
hat.
he's the only monkey left.
I know.
I
bless
told
his
you the
heart.
fun fact about his mom.
Yeah.
His mom is the one that invented liquid paper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Very
so
cool.
anyway, Mr. Penguin will be my co-host next
We
year.
will see him on your next episode. His place of honor.
Peter
Mhm.
Penguin.
Oh, I like that. Don't fall over. We don't have another tail available.
Don't be drunk,
Tail
Penguin. Don't be drunk.
Standing by.
Well, the thing with him is
Don't be like
that
Carol and
he-
fall off the chair.
Yeah, don't be like me, guys. Be
He,
smart, smart,
um,
not smart dumb.
Yeah, he wobbles when he walks because that's how he was created, and so that makes it a little bit difficult for him to stand up sometimes.
So he
Well-
was created drunk, is what you're telling me.
Yes, yes,
Well, we'll just have to see how he goes each week.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I have
Some
a
weeks he might-
video.
he might be straighter some weeks than others.
You never know. You just never know. So
All right. Well,
you know,
everybody,
I'm just silly.
hopefully
love
you
it.
guys will all have, and everyone in our audience will have a lovely end of the year and a start to the new year with no trouble, no grief, lots of crafting time.
Mm-hmm.
I won't get in trouble with the law. That's my
And,
goal.
well, we would not expect you to because you know the law.
Yeah.
My goal next year is to retire.
There you go.
a
I'm
fine
counting
goal.
it down.
And to work on 26 plus blankets.
Yes. Well, that's why I need to
She's
retire.
going to have to retire.
That's your full time job now,
Right.
making blankets.
Yep. Yep. So, although I am working on a sock right now.
Well, sometimes you got to do other things.
Oh, I absolutely have to. The ADD is strong.
Man, I got 2 pairs of socks I want to finish before New Year's, and then on New Year's Day, I want to cast on the self-striping socks with the yarn that you sent me, Liz.
Oh, cool. I
found
thought
the
you'd like them.
Yeah, I found a perfect little like butter yellow mini in my stash that I dyed years
cool.
ago, so
Ooh.
it'll go perfect
That'll be
with the
pretty.
stripes. Yeah,
Well, see, that was you got self striping that you didn't have to dye. That was
exactly. Thank goodness, because that's math I don't want to do.
Math is hard.
math is
It
hard.
really is.
Well,
It is.
I'm going to get my socks right to the point of being finished, and then we'll wait till New Year's Day and finish them so that they can count for 2026.
I see how that works. Okay.
I make up my own rules, okay?
I like how you think.
Whatever works. So if you are still finishing up working on your stash, send us an email. Hopefully you've cleaned out some of your stash to make room for 2026 acquisitions if you feel like you need to buy yarn. I say it's a need, not a want, because sometimes you just need yarn. I'm hoping
You
to
know,
shop more from my stash this year.
I have emotional support yarn.
So do you have to finish your project for the stash along, or
I don't think so. Did we say
Oh.
people had to finish? I don't think so.
Why are you asking
I
us?
don't know.
We don't.
I don't know. It's not like it's your mal or something where you guys
we
make
don't-
up
we
the
don't
rules.
follow our own rules.
It's whatever you used. So, use what you use. We're not that picky about things like that. We just want people to, maybe get a jump start on getting through some of their yarn and enjoy the process, make some gifts or
Oh.
whatever, or work on
And
some
if you
blankets.
Want to clear stuff out, you can still
Yeah.
enter Festivus until
That's right.
the time.
That's right.
I
That's
think
for this for the
Oh,
rest
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
I think everybody should consider making an America blanket next year.
Hell yeah.
I will not commit to a blanket, but I will make an American flag shawl.
Okay.
I
have
approve
the
the
yarn.
shawl.
I have the yarn already. Actually, I have the pattern. It's knitting, Caro. So you could combine knitting and a shawl. I'll send it to you
Look
on
how
Telegram.
tall she sat up when you said that.
It's a
Here's
free
your-
pattern.
Oh,
I'm
It's a
ready.
free pattern. It's an American flag shawl. It's super easy. It's mostly garter stitch. Great beginner friendly pattern.
Oh, I like it
And
already.
I will send it to you on Telegram. I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah. Do it.
So we will announce our whatever we're doing for flags, the details sometime before June, maybe May 31st. Just have your yarn ready in advance.
Get some yarn.
You
And
know,
we're
I
not gonna-
have it
okay.
already. Yeah.
We're not going to
Got
tell
it.
you to make anything specific. I mean, You can interpret it however you want.
Just something patriotic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna deliver it with a bald eagle too.
I saw a video the other day that on this golf course they couldn't play because there were like 40 bald eagles walking around on the golf course.
That's cool. We
And
have
the
a
people
bunch
there
of
were like, we don't know what to do. We can't
Like, we're
move
having
them.
a conference
So we
here.
just have to wait till they leave or just play around them.
we
Yeah,
have
it's
a lot that
federal
live around here.
offense. It's a federal offense, right? If something
Yeah, it's a
happens to
federal
a bald
offense.
eagle on
Mhm.
your watch,
Tis.
Just leave them alone,
All right. Thanks you guys so much for coming.
guys.
Nice send off for
thank you
2025.
for having me.
2026 is a big year for our country. So we should all be proud because our country's still here and they did not predict it would last this long. So we beat expectations.
Still
Yeah.
have no
Throw
kings
tea in
either.
the harbor.
Yeah.
I love that all the politicians who've been in office like 40 years were protesting, doing the No Kings protest. Like they didn't catch on that it was referring to them.
They are a little dicks.
I
so.
was that asshole who was like, "Congratulations, we still have no king, and Trump is still president. Good job."
Well, I guess Pelosi's daughter's running and a whole bunch of other old Democrats' kids are running for office.
Oh God.
That must be
Gross.
desperate. I don't know what that's like.
Vapid crew people.
So everybody, hopefully everyone has a safe and fun New Year's Eve.
Hey, don't be stupid. Just
Yeah, be
Okay.
smart. Don't drive. Don't
Can
drive.
I only
while
be half
drinking.
of that? Like dumb smart? Can I be dumb smart?
You can be dumb smart.
Okay.
Don't
Right,
drive.
stay in.
and
Stay
drink.
safe.
Oh, we're waving
Make a
now.
lot of
Goodbye.
stuff. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
okay.